Southern tip of Nevada, southern tip of February. Not a ton going on yet, but I'm keen to check out kind of the very bottoms again in a place called the Mojave Valley. Could be pretty shrub choked down there, shrub stricken. Might be tough and slow, might not find much, but saw some stuff flowering on the drive and Celias and such. The Senegalias are still in leaf somehow, so maintained throughout the winter. Whereas last winter they had no leaves throughout, so something strange is going on this winter. They even still have leaves at my house a few thousand feet higher than this. Some of them do, not all. Got a perennial mystery here, in my mind at least. Euchnidae urens rock nettle is a representative of this mystery, as are some aquatic plants. So they have the issue, or ecological requirement rather, that they must live on steep cliff faces and such, and higher altitude aquatic plants, they need to live in those cooler waters. But if they live in a stream, or if they live in a cliff in this case, and they go to seed, the seed is just in this wash bottom and it's going downstream, downhill. It's not finding cliffs. So that aquatic high elevation plant, say it's in a stream, it's releasing its seeds into the stream, they're going downhill, not uphill. They're going towards temperate elevations, so not in their ecological requirements. So once the mother plant dies, how do they get back higher up? I've always wondered about that. So once this individual is gone, how are they going to recolonize this cliff face? Maybe for Euchnidae urens, they call it rock nettle in the common parlance. It's a member of the Loasaceae. It's very sticky. So maybe these seeds simply fall out onto the leaves. The leaves get stuck to birds and other herbivores and disperse back upwards somehow that way. See that? See how sticky those are? Now the aquatic plant problem is a totally different mystery, obviously, and we're not going to tackle that right here, right now, are we? You know what I mean now? So how they get back up there? Lots of mesquite and plukia on the sandy river bottom. There's a Washingtonia over there. Maybe you can get close enough to check it out. There's another one further off. May or may not be native around this water corridor here in Nevada, but more likely to not be native since there's a lot of it planted, obviously, on the other side and elsewhere. It is a wee bit weird that it's so brown here, though. I was seeing spheralcias blooming on the roadside a few thousand feet higher than this. Could be a pure function of the rainfall difference in that case. So, might be a bad season down here. It's a little too early to call it that. But the drought's been pretty bad for the past year or so, since last April. Less than an inch of rain has probably fallen since that time, and just in the past month or two. So that's what we're dealing with. if more doesn't come, this may be what it ends up looking like for much of the season. At least down here. Higher up we'll be fine. Higher up we will definitely be fine. Things aren't in the greatest condition down here. Wonder what the historical level of fire in the mesquite desert savanna was. Because in this day and age it's facilitated a lot of growth of invasive mustards, which are definitely dominant here now, unlike 100, 200 years ago. But what is good is the presence of dense groves of Atriplex and Pluchia coming back. So they're succeeding the mesquite, and they definitely belong here. And they are naturally dominant here as well. Some of it at least was actually tamarix. Look at that. So it may have been an intentional burn. And if so, they did a good job with the shrubbery coming back. Tamarix is coming back too, though. Look at it survive the fire. All of it. Some of it's mesquite. Yeah, the mesquite too is coming back. Through all the tumble mustard. This one obviously wasn't charred too badly. Here we got tamarix coming back. Sure, they're both pretty well adapted to surviving fires. Tamarix in the old world, they are well, why they do well here is because they are of dry deserts of the old world. Africa, Middle East and such. Central Asia. And along riparian corridors also. That's why they really take to our waterways. Nice view of the Newberries from the lowest valley in all of Nevada. Dead mountains that way, mostly contained within California. Really excited to explore some of this canyon country in the next month or so. Lots of steep drainages in there. The higher Newberries are way out there, far beyond this. This ridge only rises to 3,000 or so feet, whereas Spirit Mountain over 5,000 feet is far beyond. Newberries are fairly extensive, but spread out east to west almost as much as they do north to south. Somewhat beach-like here. And the water is mostly underground out there. Still quite a bit of mesquite and Pluchia. That's what really thrives on these bottoms. Only pink I've been seeing is towards those western skies. A little bit now. They're similar to Liatris. Let's get closer there. Gotta get a move on, but discs only, pink purple. Relatively few of those discs, as you can see there. And very important shrub down here. Just imagine fields of pink right here. It's usually pretty hot when it happens like that, probably, but Some of these are just starting to bloom. And it's definitely a little early still, but some of them are decently developed to justify a collection.